Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget simply says, it takes something. Put it another way, it will take something. It's important that we understand that whatever we set out to do will always come with challenges. Now, if you have been following this channel, you have been hearing me saying in the past that it is always my desire to become a teacher. A matter of fact, in one of the nuggets before, I said, if I was to live my life over again, I would want to be a teacher. Now, for years, I've been saying that, but for years, I have not put the necessary things in place to step out into that life. Sometimes we ignore what we're called to do, and in ignoring it, we find ourselves in good places, in good positions, but over time, either we become uncomfortable with it, or life has a way of pushing us or giving us so much trials and tests that we have no other option but to look back at where we should have been and go after it. And so in this nugget, I am going to say to you that finally, you see me dressed like this, finally, it's because 2 weeks ago, I decided to leave my job, a good job, to go into teaching. Now, a couple of my friends said to me, Junior, you're making a wrong decision. Why would you give up this job that has the potential to pay you much more than a teacher to go deal with people's bad breed kids? And those were their words, not mine. And I had to say to some of these individuals, let me put it this way. Every one of us as individual need to have people in our lives that will challenge us. A lot of the kids that we would consider as bad breed kids are just individual with a lot of potential, a lot of creativity, individual who, if they can get it together, if they can focus, if they can get it in alignment, they will turn out to be the best the world has to offer. And I believe, right? I believe that me going into teaching is a part of my contribution to their future, to a beautiful society, and a better place in the future for the world. As a matter of fact, I would put it this way. Me going into teaching is a payback to a man like Mr. Jervis or Mr. Westcott at Dunoon Technical High School in Jamaica. Those men showed me what a real teacher is like. A teacher, an individual who cares about the student, an individual who see that the student have potential but don't recognize it. A student who everybody else would be writing off and saying that that student is dunce, that student is hard of hearing, that student is indisciplined, that student doesn't have any self-control, that student doesn't have any form of respect for anybody. Men like these two men will see somebody like I was and still stick it out until today. I can say I am on the road to becoming like them. Now, why am I saying that it will cost you something? It's because me leaving my job means that I am giving up security or surety for unsurety. What am I mean by that? Is there a word such as unsurety? I don't think so. But giving up sure for unsure. So it's possible to do that, right? Now, why am I calling it unsure? Because at this moment, I'm giving up what I have in my hand, a salary every month, for the fact that I don't know where my next salary is going to come from or the next means to pay the next bill. As a matter of fact, I had, in making this sacrifice, in giving up my job, I don't even know exactly how I'm going to pay for the student fees. Yeah, I may have put out on social media a GoFundMe account, but up to this very moment, 2 weeks in, I have not seen any contribution to that GoFundMe account. But am I daunted? No. Have I started? Yes. So what am I saying in this nugget? It will cost you something. It will cost you some level of worry. Because dreams, when we're going after our dreams, there is a sense of insecurity. But I want to assure you that if everything is in alignment when you're going after your dream, trust me, it is not your dream. Every good dream comes with an obstacle. Every good dream comes with a challenge. Every good thing that will benefit society, that will benefit humanity, will always have a barrier and a brick wall. Why? Because that barrier and that brick wall is doing something either that somebody has never done before, two, you have never done it before. So because nobody has ever done it before, you are heading off in an uncharted water, a place that has never been ventured into. So you are going to be the pace setter. Okay? Or if somebody has done it before, there is a good chance that you may never have their information to build upon it. And as a result of that, you are going to have to be playing it by ear. Or sometimes others have done it before, but you yourself have to take the risk. So in you taking the risk, it means that you are going to have this sense of fear, this sense of dread, this sense of what in the world am I doing? It doesn't make no sense to me. And in some instances, it will not make any sense to people around you. Because already I said, some people are saying, boy, you're crazy. Why are you doing this? At this late stage of your life, you're giving up a secure job to go into a classroom to learn again. Why are you doing this again? But I want to say to you, it will cost you something. And unless your dream costs you something, unless you're willing to face the challenges, unless you're willing to face the kickback, you will always be afraid of your dream. You'll always be afraid of going after that which will require something of you. So in this nugget, don't look at what it's going to cost you. Look at what you're going to gain. And that is one of the things that I want to say in this nugget. Look at what you're going to gain. If what you're giving up is too much for you to give it up, then what you have the possibility or potential to get, which is greater than what you already have, you will never get it. Because life comes with giving up that which we have already accomplished, that which we already achieved, that which we already have, in order to gain something that we don't have, something that we need. Right? So, do I need teaching? Yes. Why do I need it? Because more and more, I feel like my contribution to the world is in my ability to educate others. So in this nugget, my hope is that I'm educating you. I'm trying to say to you, let nothing stop you from going after your dream. You might feel that you are too old. As a matter of fact, let me share this joke with you. One of the classes that I went into today, actually, one of the students asked one of the other students, the silver hair teacher, is he going to be our teacher or is he a cover teacher? And then he went on to say, the cover teachers, sometimes they are nice and sometimes they are not. But when I heard the response, I didn't respond to it. I let it stay there for a while. And then I began to help them with some questions. And when I was finished, same student turned to the next one and said, I don't think he's a cover teacher. I think he's going to be our teacher. And I would love him to be our teacher. And that warms my heart. That made me feel like $1 million. I don't know if I could pay for that feeling. And that's how your dream, that's how the thing that you were created to do will make you feel. And that's the kind of response you will get. But you will never get that response until you have made the sacrifice, until you have given up, until it has cost you something. What does this decision cost me? It cost me a couple of sleepless nights. It cost me a couple of worry. It cost me back and forth calling with student finance. It cost me a lot of worrying to think that, okay, at the end of the month, if I don't get any help, I am going to face with the decision of bad credits and all of that kind of stuff. It is costing me something. It's not just a walking out of a safe place and walking into another safe place. And sometimes that's what our dream will do to us. It will cause us to walk from a safe place to an unsafe place. A place that, like Abraham in the Bible, Abraham, leave Ur of the Chaldeans because I am going to make you greater. What do you have to leave to become greater? What sacrifice will you have to make to get better, to get what God has in store for you? And so today, I said it in a couple of the nuggets that I'll be breaking the news officially. JAW has gone into a classroom. And because I'm in a classroom, I hope, my conviction, my desire is that I'll have more eureka moments where students open up their understanding and their eyes and say, I think I want him or her to be my teacher. So you might not be going into teaching, but whatever you need to go into to have that eureka moment, to have that moment where you're bringing a difference to people's life, to the situation, to the circumstances. It may look difficult, but it will cost you something. And hey, guess what? Don't let the cost prevent you from having the benefit. This is JAW saying to you, by all means necessary, create a way out. God bless you. Bye.